We're here in Atlanta for the 2019 NACS Show and PEI Convention. Around 22,000 people are going to be here throughout the 3 days. One of the highlights will be the CBD Pavilion, showcasing the enormous growth of this new sector, which is now worth around $2 billion. We'll be talking to retailers and exhibitors about the new products and services.
One of the biggest things that we're pressing here at the show this year is the need for customers to start making a migration towards EMV. The requirement's only 12 months away. The liability shift is going to happen next October. We're seeing a huge part of the market wait. And the big issue for these guys right now is, if they choose to wait, they're going to incur fraud once the liability shift happens. They're going to incur chargeback fees. It's really going to negatively impact their business. And I think a lot of them just don't have the understanding of how big of a deal not upgrading, what that's going to cause to, the impact it's going to have to their business's bottom line. This is the biggest change that we've seen in the industry since PCI, and I think people just aren't aware of that. So we're about trying to send home that message. I really think right now it's not just a question of should I upgrade. We've seen a consolidation in the industry. The number of stations declined last year for the first time in 20 years, and I think the question that's in front of people around EMV is if I don't upgrade, what I'm really asking is, do I want to be in business 18 to 24 months from now when I start getting hit by the negative impacts of not upgrading?
One of the solutions we're showing today at NACS is our Wetstock Live solution. It's live monitoring of Wetstock across the forecourt, including tank charts, deliveries, fuel losses, and maintenance events at sites. What I'm displaying here is our KPI dashboard, where our customers can track their compliance rates, their delivery losses and verifications to sites, and their live alarms generated by Wetstock Live in real time.
So today at the show, we're introducing the third generation of the G6 outdoor OPT family that's EMV capable. Basically, this is to allow retailers to retrofit their existing dispensers, regardless of who the dispenser manufacturer is, so that they can get to EMV payments quickly and inexpensively. Yeah, some of the exciting features that we're introducing with this platform is a higher degree of capability of the electronics and the infrastructure. It has all touch, so no more function keys that are available. Every one of these units comes standard with contactless barcode reading as well as contact EMV payments. So basically you have everything you need to do with customer interactions and payments all in one device.
This has been a very exciting year for Bellinger. We actually, early in January, joined the OPW family of products, and Bellinger joins PDQ to create a vehicle wash solutions for OPW. And it really brings the full suite of car wash products to the market. And being here at NACS 2019, that means that we get to offer that full suite of products as a singular company to all the convenience store marketers. The newest addition to OPW Vehicle Wash Solutions, Bellinger's bringing the Cube to the show this year. It's our newest piece of equipment. And it really highlights the technology of shine mitts, which we introduced with the spin light tunnel in 2014. And it allows for a much better car wash experience for the customers, not only from a volume standpoint, but from a visual standpoint as well. The spin light technology, or the shine mitts, are actually spinning at 1/3 the speed of normal car wash brushes, and it makes for a much better and softer experience. So it really bridges that gap with customers who prefer a touchless wash to those who prefer a friction wash, because it makes them feel more safe in the car wash.
This year, the NACS Show, one of the things that we're featuring is our new series of 14 nozzles, a cleaner, greener nozzle. We're trying to eliminate the dripping at the end of a fueling event. Does a couple things. Number one, it keeps fuel from dripping on the forecourt, so it provides a cleaner look for the marketer. And also, by eliminating those drips on the forecourt, it keeps from evaporating and ending up in the atmosphere as pollution. So OPW has designed a new series of nozzles that allow less dripping at a fueling event. we have the first and only CARB-approved conventional dripless nozzle for areas that require the certification for CARB for a dripless nozzle. We've taken the same technology and have added it to our traditional 11B nozzle. This nozzle is found in more locations than any other nozzle around the world, and we've now added the dripless spout to this nozzle as well. In addition to gasoline, we've also tried to clean up for diesel customers. One of the problems with diesel is diesel doesn't evaporate like gasoline, so it always sticks around. It creates an oily, dirty presence both on the forecourt and the nozzle itself. So we've invented this diesel capturing device where any residual diesel left on the spout will travel down, and instead of ending on the front of the nozzle or the front of the dispenser where people will grab it with their hand, the diesel is actually captured and recirculated back through the nozzle through the next fueling event. So again, we're trying to keep the forecourt clean and keep the environment clean.
This year our cool new product is called React, and what it does is it's a product that's used on a gas spill. So whether it's gas or diesel, they simply spray it on the area, and in 2.5 minutes it makes the gas or diesel no longer flammable. So it's a safety thing instead of using sand, kitty litter, or other absorbents. And we've been lucky to win the last 6 years, so we're really excited to hope this one wins this year. We've opened up our new facility in Germany in July. So we now are manufacturing in the EU, and we have a couple great customers of ours in the US that have expressed a lot of interest in moving to Europe. So we made our first hire. He's out of Poland, and Norbert and I are now working with a lot of customers there in Europe. We also plan on going attending Unity for the first time. So CAF is officially launching this upcoming year, into Europe. When I go out and I look at the food service throughout all of Europe, it's a lot higher quality than what I've seen in the US. Maybe some of our best are maybe on par like Wawa and Sheetz, but the general gas station throughout Europe is a higher quality of food service. But out in the forecourt, I feel like the US has a higher quality of forecourt and fuel experience. And so what we do is we focus on providing customers a great experience when they're filling up, so they drive the traffic inside.
Back in 1996, technology started with fuel quality, but here in the last 6 months, based on customer demand and what we're seeing with the different fuels out there, that we thought we needed to move in a newer direction, form a solely new division that is dedicated to fuel quality and tank quality. So we're looking at the different characteristics of the fuel, any microbial growth that could be going on in diesel fuel, and we just want to make sure that the customer's keeping the best quality fuel in their tanks, because the tanks that we're seeing now have been in the ground for 10 to 30 years, and we're starting to see some issues with them. The tanks that have been in the ground for a long time, they got to make sure that they're compatible with the new fuels that we're seeing. Obviously, more and more ethanol, biodiesel fuels are being introduced to the market, and we got to make sure that those tanks that's holding this product, it's compatible, and we'll keep it there. Obviously, no releases to the environment.
Well, at this show, we've decided to bring out a new retrofit fitting that's going to work in very different types of climate. It's a retrofit fitting that's split. It works on flexible pipe as well as rigid pipe. It can be installed with no adhesives, so you have no cure time. It can be put in wet weather. You don't have to bring any more tents to heat the environment. And it's going to be the answer to a lot of people that have been wanting to do something that's a quick fix to go ahead and make a good solid repair.
Oh, this is our model called the Pacific Pump. It's a worldwide use dispenser. In this product, we can have a blended type dispenser where you have the primary products, two primary products, a blended, and the diesel. And what we're showing in this product is that we are doing the EMV ready equipment. We've been working quite a while to comply. Today we can offer to the market that EMV ready equipment with NFC readers, chip readers, and the pin pad for different networks.
It's been a great show. We look at a lot of different indicators to sort of measure our metrics of how well we've done. Our attendance was up from the last time we were in Atlanta, but even more important than that, just the engagement that our members had. We had education sessions that had more than 500 people in them, and we've never done that before, so that's been really exciting. It's been a great time. There are challenges. There's always challenges, but the real word that defines the industry right now is excitement. I did a report this morning, a State of the Industry address, and the excitement that is happening among our members right now is just beyond imagination almost. I can't tell you how many members have said we've never been busier, it's never been a more robust time. A lot of that has to do with regulatory changes that our members are involved in. A lot of it has to do with payment card systems that members are doing. A lot of it has to do with some underground storage tank issues that are happening, which is all inside baseball for us, but it's very exciting. So our members have never been more energized about the future.